How's it going, everybody? I'm back. And first of all, I want to thank everybody who subscribed to my channel. I'm very, very humbled. I mean, I really do appreciate it. And as promised, I'm going to keep bringing you all the news that comes out. As of this recording, I am recording this at 11:17 p.m. on the East Coast, just so everybody knows when this is recorded. Still waiting for Julian. Still waiting for him. However, Kei17 from the Kanzenshuu board posted on the Kanzenshuu board his thoughts on the movie, his quick criticism. There are some spoilers here. Major spoilers coming up for the movie. Most of this is just Kei's review, though. It is just Kei's review. So we still haven't gotten the complete summary yet, but this is Kei17's review. And like I said in my last video, Kei17 is an individual who lives in Japan. He is known for having the original VHS tapes of Dragon Ball Z recorded from television back in the 80s and 90s. Dragon Ball also with this incredible sound quality. I mean, I'm not going to get into the details of that right now, but he's in Japan. He saw the film. He hasn't given out the complete details because we're waiting for Julian to do that. Kei did give out the Battle of Gods details, but I do have here Kei's quick critique, and I'm going to literally read what he said. It's about 4 paragraphs. Again, this has spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, click away. But if you want to be spoiled, here we go. I'm going to read it verbatim. Kei17 says, "This is not a movie. There's a Japanese term, introduction, development, turn, conclusion, which is often referred to when it comes to writing fiction. And Resurrection F completely lacks development in it. Foes appear, warriors gather, fight, and then win. There's no development in the story. It's just punch, punch, kick, beam, funny conversations, punch, beam, funny reactions, beam, punch, kamehameha. I can even hardly call this a story. It fails to be something enough calling it a movie. However, that doesn't mean that it's not entertaining. It sure has a lot of charms. It's got a lot of hilarious and heartwarming moments like Jocko's funny lines, Piccolo rocking Pan's cradle, and Android 18 showing her love for Krillin. That definitely entertains fans, and the characters feel very on character thanks to Toriyama. Also, a lot of the fight sequences were much better than my expectations. They're mainly focused on fist-to-fist struggles, and it's not a boring beam show that GT was. Especially Kei17, and that's Roshi for those who don't know, was really badass this time. You ought to check it out yourself. That's exciting for me, by the way, folks. That's me saying that. Let's keep going. Things that bugged me were some of the really amateurish transition of scenes, the persistent and unfunny gag moments by Beerus, and the choreography of the battle scenes. I thought he said they were good, or whatever. Some scenes were suddenly inserted that I couldn't immediately understand what's happening. For example, Sorbet finds Pilaf and company in his spaceship, and within the next two shots, they're already trapped in the ship and talking with Sorbet. It could have been a lot better by showing Pilaf and his gang first, then the ship comes, trapped, then Sorbet gets introduced. Also, though Frieza mentions he's training for a few months, the training itself is never shown, and you don't understand how he could have become stronger. He just comes to Earth shortly after his resurrection. As for gag moments, honestly, Beerus was unneeded in this movie. He just continues on talking about food, which we've already seen enough of in Battle of Gods, and contributes nothing to the story. Also, he acts high and mighty all the way that it spoils Frieza's terror. Whis alone would have been completely fine this time. The battle choreography was mostly nice, but it was often too realistic that it's not very Dragon Ball-esque. It could have been more planet scale. The overuse of slow-mo doesn't help too. In conclusion, this is a compilation of battle sequences with Toriyama's elements inserted between them, which is enjoyable for Dragon Ball fans and those who want to enjoy hardcore action with an empty head. But to me, this does not feel like a movie at all. It feels like an overly rich OVA. So I'm not gonna go into my personal thoughts yet, but I am gonna say this. This is kind of what I feared, and I think a lot of you listening to this, because I've seen the comments, I've talked to some of you guys through the comment section, and even though a lot of people comment on this and have looked at these videos, and we all come from different walks of life, we're all, different people, raised in different cities all over the place, we all kind of understand, like, I think we're pretty smart. Like, seriously, like, I'm very surprised that a lot of the commenters, how smart they are. I really, really am. And I think we all kind of agree that this is what we didn't want. We didn't just want fight scenes because, I mean, Dragon Ball has cool fight scenes. Don't get me wrong. That's one of the allures of it. But, we were promised a 2-hour movie. Well, we weren't promised it, but we were teased it being a 2-hour movie. And it was, I thought it would be a great opportunity to tell a really good story and have, like, a really good story. This really feels like another one of the old movies, like one of the old Dragon Ball movies from the 90s, the original 13, to where it's just like a villain comes and he gets beat. The fact that they never show any Frieza training, which is what I was looking forward to. One of the things I was definitely looking forward to is showing Frieza training and then playing the song in the background, Frieza, Frieza. Big letdown, huge disappointment. From everything I'm reading here, and I trust Kei17, this movie sounds like a flop, and it really sucks. It really, really sucks. I'm not happy about this. Anyways, go ahead and leave your comments. Let's talk about it. I'm still waiting on Julian, folks. I'm checking this shit round the clock. So when I get the complete summary, start to finish, like I told you, I'll post it. This is all I got so far from Kei. Oh, one more thing. He did say there's a pleasant interaction between Goku and Vegeta, so whatever that means, we'll find out. Anyways, it should be within the next few hours, hopefully. I know the guy's busy. He does have a life. He does have a wife and 2 children. But once he gets around to it, I will have it for you. And thanks for subscribing. Keep subscribing and commenting. Spread the word. You're going to get it here first. Hope everybody has a great evening. And I'll talk to y'all soon.